in the hands of players at an event like
We're
E3,
big
right?
fans too. I mean, I 100% completed the first game twice.
Nice.
So we wanted to make sure we got the special sauce right, and I think we've done it. We've had a couple of hardcore Crackdown gamers come through already, and they've said emphatically, you guys have nailed this. So we're pretty happy.
Did you get all the orbs, yeah?
Yeah, all of them. All of them. It took a long time. The last one always takes the longest.
Always the last one.
Yeah,
The last one's a
That's right.
doozy, absolutely. Right, so let's roll this gameplay. I want to see some Crackdown 3 gameplay here on the monitor. Here we go. So talk us through this, gents. I want to hear from you about what we're seeing and how this relates to what people can play here at E3.
So yesterday you saw a short clip of a playthrough, but this is actually one of my playthroughs.
Right.
So this was one of my highest scoring playthroughs. At the end of our show floor demo, you get a rating. You get 5, it's out of 5 orbs. This is a 5 orb playthrough, about 26,000 points. One of the highest we've seen. I'm curious to see if people on the show floor can beat it.
Stop showing off.
Yeah,
It is my game.
Hashtag humble brag right there.
But tell me more about that. So you're actually doing kind of a competition on the booth here, right?
Exactly. So this is our Skills for Kills challenge. You can see the timer up in the top left.
Yep.
You have 10 minutes. And so it's all about collecting orbs, about using the weapons to create chaos, find the bad guys, kill them, mess with the gang boss organizations and the things that they care about in the world, and do that as fast and as crazy as you can to get the highest score.
All right, so immediately I can see that you're collecting some orbs in here, which I love. It just speaks to the old school Crackdown fan in me so much. How much fun is it, like, working on orbs, placing orbs, chaining them together? It must be amazing.
It is. It's so much fun. And orbs were there to get players on the rooftops and get them exploring vertically. And this franchise is known for its verticality.
Yeah.
And our city is not only more than twice as large just in terms of raw footprint, but our tallest building is almost twice as tall as the tallest building in the original Crackdown. So we have way more places to put orbs.
All right, now you're getting skills in exchange for kills as well, right? You're leveling up this agent. Tell us about that. How does it work?
So you'll see, so what I just did there, I was punching that plunger. So that belongs to one of the crime bosses. So that belongs to a crime boss that's responsible for the chemical manufacturing. Doing that pisses him off. It screws with his production, it slows down his production. If I do that enough, he'll actually retaliate. He'll send troops after me, and then if I can continue to deal with his troops, I might even be able to pull him out in person and fight him directly. And those fights are dynamic. They can happen anywhere based on where I was when I really pissed him off. Now, everything you do earns orbs. So you'll see every time I kill a bad guy, when I punch that plunger, I got all of those orbs. So you're constantly leveling up as you do that.
All right, tell us about the visual style we're seeing here, right? The graphics and the style that you're going for with Crackdown.
Yeah, so the first Crackdown games had a very distinct style.
Yeah.
And they helped to pioneer what we call the visual graphic novel style that you see now. And the team at Sumo Digital has done such an amazing job of bringing that style forward, but with the beauty of 4K, it's allowed us to do so much more. The agents in particular, especially now, at this point, Clint's got his super suit on. He's leveled up quite a bit here. So you can see the absolute amount of detail in these suits. It's phenomenal.
Nice. It feels authentically Crackdown. But to your point, it's like it's taken to the next level. You're using the power of the console just now, and Xbox One X as well. How much extra power has that given you to really amp things up, to step up the boom even further?
An immense amount. I mean, we play a lot, and we have to play. We play back and forth both in 1080 and in 4K, and the difference is when you make that jump to 4K, it's undeniable. It is not a thing where you need them side by side or anything like that. You can absolutely tell the difference.
All right.
The other thing that's amazing for us is we're able to create a city that's twice the size of the first game.
Whoa.
And the tower that's in the center of our map is twice as tall as the tower from the first game. So it's not only allowed us to go outwards with our expansion, but it's allowed us to go up even higher, because verticality drives this game.
Phenomenal. Well, we've just seen some ridiculous weapons going on here. Sorry, I was so distracted.
And the beach balls.
Yeah, and beach balls as well.
Everything in our world is physical. So we have these monorail lines that run all across the city. There's a crime boss that owns the monorail stations and the lines.
These crime bosses are very enterprising.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you piss him off enough, he'll bring in a turret that'll actually follow you through the world on that rail, but everything's physical. So you can actually pull those carriages off the rails and throw them at people, and when you destroy them, right now they produce all those beach balls. That was a physics test object for us that we ended up just kind of falling in love with, so we left it in.
Now this weapon right now, you were telling me about this yesterday. What's this weapon called?
So this is the Singularity Gun.
Right.
So this creates a black hole, and because everything is physical in Crackdown, it can suck in all the objects, suck in enemies, weapons, it can suck in cars, and then it sends them blasting outward.
Or monorails.
Or monorail carriages.
Look at that!
And so I'll do it again here, and you can see just how much fun you can have with that weapon as things are exploding around you. And again, like, Crackdown's this game where we give the players tools, and then they create their own chaos, they create their own path through this game, and that makes it completely unique to them, and that's just one of the ways you can do it now.
Now, one of the things I really remember about the first Crackdown was it felt like one of the first truly open world playgrounds that you could really go anywhere and do anything you wanted to. And even from this demo, I'm seeing this is a huge area that you're exploring here. Like, give us a sense of that open world and the freedom that it gives you.
Yeah, I mean, so we opened up a pretty large area of the map for E3. We wanted people to be able to play around. Because these agents move so fast and jump so far, we wanted to make sure they had lots of space to play around in. So we've opened up an area that's pretty large overall, but this is also one of the first areas in the game. So what you're seeing here is sort of the economically challenged people of the map. And as you move your way around the map, you're going to encounter chem plants, and you're going to encounter, we've got a casino type district with a full working racetrack on it, and you're going to encounter high rises and farms. There's an intense amount of just sheer diversity in the visuals that you see as you work your way around the map. So it's really nice just to be able to have that. We're showing a small section here, but it's a small section, and even as you see, there's a lot of real estate in this small section of our map.
Yeah, and you mentioned the kind of open-ended nature of Crackdown. Yeah. For us, it was really important to preserve that. So the entire city is available from the beginning. It's all about taking down Terra Nova, this criminal empire. The goal is to get to the Kingpin. You can go for the Kingpin the moment you jump into the game if you want. It's going to be really, really hard because you won't have leveled up. The Kingpin will have all of their reinforcements from the rest of the empire, but you can do it if you want.
People find a way to do it.
They will. We're excited to see how people figure it out.
Crackdown was really one of the pioneers of open world gaming. Like, what have you learned from other open world games since that you've been able to implement in Crackdown 3?
Well, I think it goes back to just actually being an open world game. Yeah. I think so many open world games, and look, I love open world games, but many of them, you have mission start points, and if you leave the mission area, you fail, and they kind of close the player in and try to tell you how you can play. But in Crackdown, there is no mission failure. The only failure is death. You can't fail for leaving the mission area. All of our missions are essentially running at the same time because the mission is simply to dismantle Terra Nova any way you can.
All right. Now, a memory I have again of Crackdown, and I'm sure all the Xbox fans and Crackdown fans out there share, is scaling the agency tower. You talked about the verticality earlier. Yeah. Like, just how high does this city go? So what is that peak that you
remember that first agency tower? Yeah. The tower that we have in the center of our map is twice as tall as that agency tower was. Right. So it's going to take some work to get to the top, but we absolutely have. We have unsurpassed verticality. You've never seen anything like it. It's amazing.
Nice. That's going to be one of the first things I try.
Yeah.
But you need to level up your agent, right? Yeah. So tell us about some of the ways you can.
Well, it's the same kind of thing, though, right? With the first game, everybody said, well, you've got to be leveled up to get up the tower. And then we had people who, as a level 1 agent, scaled the tower just to show they could do it. They find ways to do it, and that's what's awesome.
Yep.
Well, what other ways can you level up your agents? Talk to us about that.
So leveling up, that skills for kill system, you find orbs to level up your agency, or to level up your agent. You use your firearms to level up your firearm skills. So the game is just all about you use those skills to become better at them. And it has that crazy power curve where, in the beginning you can throw a rock or a trash can, but within a couple hours you're throwing gigantic fuel trucks.
All right, now we're getting close to the end of your demo here. I can see there's 1 minute 40 remaining. I want you to talk us through everything that happens for the rest of this demo. I want to understand the thinking in your run here.
So right now I'm running through, I'm trying to get back to the monorail station here. So again, the monorail station is owned by a different crime boss. Yeah. And there's an enforcer hardpoint there, and I know that there are a bunch of bad guys there. That's owned by one of the major characters in the game. If I can get there, I can kill these guys. Not only can I get orbs for taking them out, but I can get orbs for actually completing this part, pissing that gang boss off by taking out this area, and then I'm going to move on to something else. But you'll notice I have some crazy weapons with me. My primary, right now I have the shotgun, which is great for close range. That's people blasting off rooftops. My primary there is what we call the micro missile launcher. Yeah. It's essentially a fully automatic assault rifle that shoots rockets.
Why not?
And my third slot there is of course the Singularity, which is my favorite. For the show floor demo, these weapons are all over the map, but they're on the rooftops. We wanted to encourage players to go up, to collect orbs, climb up, find the crazy weapons, and these are really the keys to hitting those the best scores.
Can you encounter a boss in this demo?
No, so we just wanted to make a skills for kills challenge. We wanted players to go around and mess with the different parts of the Crime Boss's organization. So these park points, you saw a garage that I took out earlier, the monorail station. We are showing some more of the boss stuff in behind closed doors, and I think you'll be seeing more of that soon.
All right, something to look forward to. Right, we're in the last 10 seconds here. Can you get any more kills?
Oh, yeah, they cut it.
Yeah.
I promise, that was 26,000.